NBA. With Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and Allie LaForce on our sideline, I'm Kevin Harlan. So the opening lineup for the Heat, Khalil Ware is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Mitchell. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Larson in at the 2 spot. And for San Antonio, Barnes operates at the 4 with Wembanyama at the 5. Stephon Castle is out there with Devin Vassell. And it's Champagnie in at the small forward. Wow, with all the player movement this offseason, Coach, some teams are clearly still trying to build their chemistry.
Yeah, Kevin, but what's tough is you've still got to try to win games while you're building that chemistry, and that can be a tough balance. It takes time, which is why some organizations prioritize continuity.
Wiggins passes to Mitchell. Now Ware, covered by Barnes. Wiggins outside. 6 on the shot clock. Ware, good.
And when Wiggins moves the rock, it's a huge plus for the offense.
Here's Castle. Pass to Barnes. Here's Vassell. Back to Barnes. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. Trains it from beyond the arc.
And you can tell Castle loves the challenge, right? Accepts it there, and this time knocks it down from beyond the arc.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mitch Johnson. Like everyone, he's impressed with Adebayo's relentless nature. He said, quote, "We have to match his intensity at both ends, trying to keep him off of the glass and trying to keep the ball out of his hands. Coach knows they can do it for stretches, but he wonders if they can do it for a full game." Kevin?
Thank you, Allie. Wembanyama. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Showing he's more than just an interior threat. Wembanyama also possesses that reliable jump shot.
Well-placed pass in the hands of a guy ready to attack.
Last game for the Spurs, they picked up the W against Toronto.
And it was one of those games where it was just hard to get anything going. And you could see frustrations emerge.
Well, it wasn't a pretty game as far as shooting goes, but ugly wins count just the same. Well, this offense is off to an outstanding start. They're communicating, executing, and finding great shots.
So, Greg, offensively for the Miami Heat, there is room for improvement.
Yeah, they realized they were in need of another elite shot creator aside from Tyler Hero. For all his growth, teams have been able to key in on him and dare anyone else to beat him.
Here's Wembanyama. The Heat getting the bucket. It's Vassell on the wing. They can't stop the run with that one. The Heat leading by 8. Wiggins outside. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
Here's Adebayo. And the rejection by Wembanyama. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Heat.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities. Something Castle continues to work on. It's crucial that he becomes more consistent from deep.
Here's Mitchell, and he overshot that one, missing. Spurs trail by 4. Wembanyama passes to Barnes. Wembanyama against Adebayo. Wembanyama, a screen on Wiggins. 5 to shoot. The shot by Wembanyama, no good. The Heat have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. And that one's good. Wiggins.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Pass to Wembanyama. Here's Champagnie. And here's Vassell from the arc. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Well, Vassell has the range to create a lot of trouble at the arc.
Mitchell kicks to Ware. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got his 4th assist in this one. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And it's still early in the year, but already some trends developing as we check out the new power rankings. Look at the Heat. They're still riding with the middle of the pack, but trending upward.
And right now, the Spurs, they've really come together. You can see the confidence in their body language, playing with that sustained focus. That's why they're leading this division.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Back to Castle. Pass to Barnes for 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. Here's Larson. Now Ware lets it go from deep. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Now Castle. Here's Champagnie. San Antonio again missing. To stand multiple defensive selections for Bam Adebayo.
Well, look, Kevin, Bam Adebayo has 3 key things for a defender, all right? He is smart, he is tough, and he is very, very versatile. He can guard virtually everyone on the floor at a given time.
And so it's San Antonio with it, following the miss by Bam Adebayo.
Well, he's not the thickest guy, but Wembanyama can bully his way inside when he needs to.
And Adebayo throws it down.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
And a wide open look for Wembanyama. Knocks down the 3 ball. Wembanyama has got 9.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop it.
And a wide open look here for Wiggins. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo.
The defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
Castle finds Barnes. Shoots over Ware. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama.
And let's check out the numbers for Andrew Wiggins. Good season for him last year. Last season, he averaged 18 points per, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, he gives you something to build around night after night. Reliability is huge in this league.
And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Is outside. Outside, Adebayo. Pass to Smith. Clock at 6. Back to Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Yeah, Adebayo there throwing it down with a little attitude.
Here's Harper. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And when you talk about Dylan Harper, Greg, just how impressive is his skill set?
A tall guard with incredible handles and elite elusivity. He already has an impressive command of the pick and roll. Harper, I believe, is primed to be a special player in this league.
And Harper drops them both.
In his 1 year of college, Dylan Harper did a little bit of everything at a high level. It'll be interesting to see how that success translates to the NBA.
Now here's Wiggins. 5 points in the game. Back to Jaquez. From outside, off the mark. And it's Barnes with the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. They trail by 6. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allen LaForce courtside. Allen.
Well, a bit of youth movement for the Miami Heat. Their rising star guard, Tyler Hero, said, "We've got a bunch of young guys who can come in and put in the work, and that's what I'm all about." This is an organization that values that, and it's important that we all have the same vision as the young guys start to grow up. Back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks. Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Wembanyama. And it's Bryant in for Harrison Barnes.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Johnson finds Cornett. Back to Johnson. And it's all evened up.
That's a nice bit of space, and Johnson was locked and loaded for that catch-and-shoot jumper.
Pass to Jovic. Fontecchio. There's the triple. Rebound by Johnson. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Driving in, and the slam dunk by Johnson.
Well, this is Johnson at his best. When he's attacking the rim, he's tough to contain.
Here's Powell. Pass to Smith. Inside, and he dunks it down.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by San Antonio.
Here's Castle. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Big-time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
Oh, man, that's like stealing 3 points. Big-time finish to the quarter.
Stephon Castle, he's been the guy making things happen for the San Antonio Spurs. We witnessed him delivering a series of three-pointers as he notched 3 total in the quarter. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And they are also just outworking the opposition in transition. When the break is on, they've continued to find ways to score.
Filling the perimeter spots are Castle and Vassell. Johnson and Wembanyama make up the 4 and the 5. And it's McLaughlin in at the point guard. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good luck. Just couldn't find the mark.
Jaquez the pass to Jovic. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option there.
Wembanyama. Rebound by the Heat.
Come on, you can't be doing that. I know these guys want to put on a show, but you can't pass up scoring opportunity.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charani, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Thanks, guys. The Spurs are ecstatic to welcome back their superstar big man, Victor Wembanyama. He actually spent 10 days this summer training with monks in China, and he continues to embrace unorthodox training methods. Guys, perhaps appropriate given his unusual stature.
He's got that curiosity. All right, John, thanks for the update.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Pass to Jovic. Drives to the hoop. Now Fontecchio hits it from three-point range.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Kicks it out to Johnson. Castle on the wing. Here's McLaughlin. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Smith outside. Pass to Jovic. The Heat need to get a shot off. Johnson for 3. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama has got his 6th rebound on the night. Vassell outside. Out left to the wing. Here's McLaughlin. Still scoreless. That one goes in.
Yeah, the more he knocks those down, the more confidence this coaching staff's going to have in him.
And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. And one way players look to expand their game, adding counter moves to keep defenders off balance. Greg, what was something you added that really gave defenders pause?
You know, the snatchback pull-up, you know, using your speed to kind of get the defender going downhill, and then you slam on the brakes or just create that separation to then go into attack mode.
To the height of Wembanyama on the line. Wow!
The perfect lob partner, Wembanyama, with elite hand-eye coordination.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Pass to Ware. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Harper. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's got his 5th rebound in this one. Wembanyama against Jaquez. Here's Ware. The 3. Again, the miss by the Heat.
Well, so far, he hasn't had the same luck from deep in this quarter.
Wembanyama, a screen on Jaquez. Barnes finds Wembanyama. Here's Champagnie. Sinks the triple. Champagnie's got the lead up to 9 now for the Spurs.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Well, Jaquez doesn't mess around. He likes to throw it down with force.
Now, here's Harper. He had 16 points in the win against Toronto.
Yeah, and I thought he was locked in defensively. I think he had like 3 steals on the night.
No good from 18.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Here's Jaquez. An 11-point game for him in the win against Charlotte. And the rejection by Wembanyama.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Well, Coach, we know the 2025 season was cut short for Wembanyama due to a blood clot in his right shoulder.
Yeah, it was too bad, Kevin, to see that season cut short. Look, I think it's easy to say Wembanyama would have been the defensive player of the year in 2025. I think he had that one sewed up, but he just couldn't get enough games in to get to that. And he's a guy that can do everything on offense. We're talking probably the next face of the league.
The Spurs making a switch here. Castle's checked in. Heat also with the sub. Andrew Wiggins checked in for Jaime Jaquez. Over to the wing. Here's Ware. Hits the 3-point bomb. Now just a 4-point Spurs lead.
That's his 3rd triple of the night, forcing the defense to extend out.
That one good for 2. Vassell's got 5 points so far.
Vassell getting in there and grinding.
Now Adebayo. He's coming off a 16-point game against Charlotte.
And we have to mention his rebound. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
And San Antonio has possession after the Heat pick up 2. And it's good, 2 points. Barnes has got his first points in this one.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Now, here's Vassell. He's coming off a 13-point game against Toronto.
Yeah, and I thought he was locked in defensively. I think he had like 3 steals on the night.
The Heat trail by 4. Mitchell kicks to Ware. Off target from outside.
And guys, this shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Ware, good. Ware's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
Pass to Castle. Barnes sets a screen for Castle. Wembanyama from distance.
He's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. And let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see the teams that blocked the most shots in the NBA last year. In fourth, the Spurs.
A big part of their defense really revolved around their ability to block shots at the rim. It's so valuable to have that kind of backline protection. Allows you to be aggressive on the perimeter.
Ware, no good. San Antonio leading by 7. To the left side wing. Oh, the rim with an easy reach of Wembanyama.
And a monster game for Wemby. With the matchup issues he creates, I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
There's the screen. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
We've got 28 seconds left in the second quarter. 6 to shoot. Here's Larson. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo. Larson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, there's the versatility Bam brings to the table. Defending, scoring in the post, facilitating. He's a complete package.
Pass to Barnes. Fires the 3. A rebound by Mitchell. Fader on the way. And we've reached halftime in this one. Spurs lead by 6. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
50.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review the first half, let's take an early season peek at how the Western Conference is shaking out so far. And let's do something we never, ever, ever do, and that's go off topic.
What topic?
So we don't have a topic, Shaq?
Isn't that a topic? Being off topic?
Well, that was more no topic than off topic, but that's all the time we have for this topic, thankfully. And circling back to the first half, things have not gone as planned for the Miami Heat.
Playing for one another. The phrase gets overused, but tonight it's right.
Hey, we should try a harmony.
Let's do it.
Playing for one
another. The phrase is overused. Kenny, get on beat.
But tonight, it's right.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. We're seeing a tremendous game from Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
The Heat trail by 6. Well, Stan De'Aaron Fox said there was no list of teams he wanted to go to. He specifically said, I want to go to San Antonio.
Well, 2 words, Victor Wembanyama. Fox is a Texas native and saw an opportunity to pair himself with a rising superstar in a stable organization.
And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. You've got Khalil Ware. He's out there with Wiggins. Adebayo is out there with Mitchell. And it's Larson in at the 2. Now, here's Mitchell. Buries it down low. Mitchell's got 5 points so far.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin. Bam Adebayo is big time. Coach Eric Spoelstra said, quote, "The way he's worked over the years to add to his game has been incredible. He's one of the best passers on the team, and he's not afraid to take the shot in a big moment. He cares deeply about improving, and you see it in the results of his work." Kevin, back to you.
High praise indeed. Allie, we thank you very much. Pass to Wembanyama. For three, Vassell. That's good, and it's Wembanyama with the assist. Wembanyama has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Now, here's Mitchell. 5 points in the game. Wiggins kicks to Ware. Wiggins against Castle. Ware, no good. San Antonio leading by 5. Vassell outside. The kick out to Barnes. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. As now we'll give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. And last season, the Heat with their worst finish in a decade. Greg, it was surprising.
Well, the Jimmy Butler saga hung over the middle part of the season. The team's best player had 1 foot out the door even before they traded him. So now this team pivots towards that younger core.
Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. And that one, good. Wiggins has got 4 this quarter.
And good read. Wiggins sees the opening and does not hesitate.
Champagnie passes to Vassell. Here's Castle. Offline with his 3. The Heat trail by 6. To the inside. Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Cornett with it. He's guarded by Adebayo. Pass to Castle. Over Mitchell. Castle misses. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Miami. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Mitchell is doubled. Heat moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Leaps for it. Off target with his 3. Cornett with it. Out defended by Adebayo. Pass to Castle. Again, the miss by the Spurs. The Heat trail by 4. He lobs up the alley-oop pass and stolen by Barnes. Here's the break. Here's Champagnie. Rebound by the Heat. Ware's got his 4th rebound in this one. Shoots from 14. Rebounded by Castle. Castle's got 6 rebounds in the game. Barnes outside. Here's Champagnie. And they get it back. Stolen by Mitchell. To the middle. Here's Adebayo. Cross contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And I like that they're not settling. Hitting the ball on the interior. 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Wembanyama, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. Here we go, Coach. The 2025 Rookie of the Year, Stephon Castle.
Yeah, look, Kevin, you can't say too many good things about this guy, but it starts with this. Like all the best players in the league, he plays both ends of the floor. Stephon Castle can take on the assignment of guarding the best player on the other team, and he's a guy whose skills are rapidly improving offensively. The future is great for this guy.
Harper, he's checked in for the Spurs. Johnson comes in for Devin Vassell. Here's Wiggins. Again, the miss by the Heat. San Antonio leading by 4. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And thus far in his career, GA, Victor Wembanyama is averaging well over 3 blocks per game.
Matter of fact, if he can maintain this rate, he's on pace to average the most blocks of any player in NBA history. surpassing the towering Mark Eaton.
And Craig, with Stephon Castle winning the 2025 Rookie of the Year award, the Spurs went back-to-back in that category.
Yeah, of course, Victor Wembanyama winning that same award in 24. Just more confirmation that these Spurs are building something special.
Now, here's Johnson. Following the miss by Andrew Wiggins. Johnson, the pass to Wembanyama. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. And here's the upcoming schedule now for the Miami Heat. On Sunday, they'll be taking on Luka Doncic and the Los Angeles Lakers. And then on Monday, they'll be facing Kawhi Leonard and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Pass to Jovic. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got his assist totals piling up, 11 now for him. Now, here's Johnson. 5 points in the game. Here's Larson. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Larson's got 10 points in the game.
Wiggins watches the floor and sees a guy with a better look.
Wembanyama sets a screen for Castle. Wembanyama! Big man with big range.
Well, we see this more and more. Big guys who can really shoot it from deep.
Mitchell kicks to Wiggins. From past the arc. A rebound by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. At the top of the key, Harper. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Still a developing part of Harper's game. When he's hitting from deep, Dillon is really tough to guard.
And here we go. Fast break. Barnes has got it. This one for 3. Hands it from downtown. And now it's a 10-point Spurs lead.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Mitchell right side. Ware with it. Wembanyama on him. Count the basket.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Luke Cornett, he's checked in for the Spurs. 1:41 left in the third. Pass to Harper. Johnson in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. That falls. Nice feed that time from Harper. Johnson's got the lead up to 10 now for the Spurs. Smith the pass to Wiggins. Feet away. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Cornett passes to Johnson. Another one falls for San Antonio.
Yeah, and there was some contact there, but Johnson's upper body strength, he can play right through it.
On the wing, Hawkins. Back to Smith. Heat moving the ball around. Here's Wiggins. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
Making his size a factor. Wiggins does work in the paint.
Into the lane.
Ooh. Inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Castle against Smith to the paint. Here's Jovic. Sinks that one from the post. Jovic has got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, he's been able to find points, just not enough of them. They've got to string together some more buckets.
A baseline J. The shot misses. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's San Antonio as they end the third quarter on a 15-6 run. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, and if you have both guards dishing like that and putting up points, wow, a coach's dream.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Keldon Johnson is out there with Wembanyama. Then it's Luke Cornett. Then there's Harper. And it's McLaughlin in at the point. That's the San Antonio 5. Now, here's Adebayo. Count that one.
When Bam gets it around the hoop, he knows what to do.
Wembanyama outside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And while many teams are a revolving door of head coaches, Stan, the Heat have valued continuity.
They absolutely have. Eric Spoelstra is one of the longest tenured coaches in NBA history. Only Greg Popovich and Jerry Sloan coached their teams longer. And Spoelstra has had great success, leading the Heat to 6 finals while winning 2 of them. Thunderous stuff from Jovic.
Here's McLaughlin. Pass to Wembanyama. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Takes the 3. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. Wembanyama's got 12 points here in the second half.
And with that 3, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Baseline J on the way. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. And he makes good on the layup.
Nice read. Sets his teammate up. You like how they're sharing the ball.
Cornett with it. Adebayo on him. Back to Harper. Takes a 3. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Smith, the pass to Jovic. Back to Smith. Pass to Adebayo. Smith outside. Just 5 on the clock. Fires the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Smith's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
San Antonio making a switch here. Barnes is checked in, and Miami also making a switch. Ware's checked in. And now Hallie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle, and they told their team, no easy threes, let's guard that arc, don't let anyone get an open look. With the lead, they want to close this one out with their perimeter defense. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks. San Antonio leading by 11. McLaughlin, the pass to Wembanyama. Outside Harper. Barnes outside. Drills it from outside.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
It's tipped. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Barnes passes to Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for Miami. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. Here's Adebayo. The shot from the low post is good. Adebayo's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Here's Mitchell following the bucket by the Spurs. Pass to Larson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Three-pointer. Wiggins. Johnson with the defensive effort.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
He may be a rookie, but Harper plays like a veteran. There's no intimidating this young man. Lots of buckets for him tonight.
It's good. Spurs leading by 16. Wembanyama down low. Adebayo on him. The Heat have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Mitchell outside. Pocket 6. No good on the triple. San Antonio's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. Wembanyama. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Mitch Johnson, Stan, now taking over full-time as head coach of the Spurs.
Well, look, Mitch Johnson's the son of an NBA player and a high-level point guard in college. He knows how to run a team and favors that pace and space style.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Champagne's checked in, and it's Vassell in for Harper. And Adebayo throws it down.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
Castle with it. Over Mitchell. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Driving the lane, and the layup is good. Mitchell's got 4 this quarter. Spurs leading by 14. Castle on the wing, covered by Mitchell. Here's Champagnie. A three-pointer off the mark.
Well, with his team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time.
Mitchell outside. Here's Adebayo. Shoots the 3. Another chance, and he lays that one in.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Mitchell against Castle. Now Adebayo. Here's Larson. Shot clock at 5. Wembanyama rips down the rebound. And so Wembanyama will bring it up for the Spurs. Castle fires, and he misses the J. The Heat trail by 12. Here's Mitchell. Now Adebayo. Excellent job on the bucket inside.
Well, you know what Bam's going to give you on defense, but when he's clicking on offense like this, such a bonus for his team.
And timeout called by Mitch Johnson. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Castle with it, covered by Mitchell, and it's good.
A bigger guard, 6'6" Castle can just overwhelm defenders. Impressive for his age.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. Outside Wiggins. Mitchell outside. Now Adebayo. Again with the block. You've got to have a better effort against him.
Sending back everything.
Now Castle takes the 3. A three-pointer. Good.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for San Antonio.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Victor Wembanyama.
He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing rebounds.
The shot is good.
And it's just competing, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Wembanyama knocks down the three.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us tonight. And now we present the player of the game, Victor Wembanyama.